ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Yes, this is the mid-season finale because it's only episode 8 of How to Get Away with Murder for season 5. I want to love you until the day I die. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, Mysteries Unsolved. I am actually doing separate videos for who is Gabriel Maddox, as well as, what I really think about the ending and who supposedly killed who. So you can watch that and enjoy that if you like. Anyway, let's start this off with Gabriel. So Gabriel, he's there, he's getting ready, he's pressing his suit. Remember, he got invited to the wedding thanks to Michaela, even though we're all looking at Michaela like, really? But she doesn't know. She's unaware. And Laurel feels a certain way. She just feels like, look, we cannot go and just do nothing. We see what happens each time we just go and do nothing. Don't we? My whole thing is, Laurel, cállate la boca. Be quiet. Be still. Relax. Can you do that? That's what Bonnie and Frank are trying to tell her. Don't make this worse. Why do you need to go and say anything in the first place? That is how you always are. Why can't you just chill? Why can't you just chill? Now, we're at, I guess it's the night before. It's before the wedding, and everyone's come together and say how much they love Oliver and Connor, which is beautiful. Great, lovely gowns, beautiful gowns. Oliver's mother had a really nice speech. She did. And she even says that she likes Connor. And then Connor's father starts talking. Remember, Connor's father was trying to break up Connor and Oliver. So everyone's just looking at him like, oh God, why is he here? Well, thank you for having me. It's such a lovely time. It's such a lovely pleasure being here. And 7 years ago, Connor's mother came and said, thank you. And she has good energy. You can tell she's a little troubled, but she has good energy. So she was able to balance out the mess that was coming from the father. And now that's the end of that. Laurel, she comes from Bonnie and Frank's place. And because her baby is, that baby is so cute. Fun fact, the baby Christopher is played by two twin girls. Now Michaela, she's playing with the baby. Asher's looking lonely. And here comes Connor's mother saying, look, you seem like a good guy. You can't go and stress and worry about people who aren't concerned about you. If you want to go over there, go over there. But if you're not, then just be content. You know what, girlfriend to girlfriend. we got each other. While she's saying that, she's looking over at her ex. And I guess, is Connor a junior? Because it sounds like his father's name is Connor as well. Unless I'm wrong. Unless maybe she was just talking about Connor and his relationship. But she was looking at her ex. There goes Asher saying, you're great, you're a lovely woman, and you know you deserve better. You know you deserve better from one girlfriend to another. And they all smirk, but then she kind of gives him that look of, I said, no. Oliver is still avoiding Connor's dad, and so Connor has to talk to his father and let him know, because of what you said, the things that you tried to put into play, of course he's not going to be cool with you. Instead of you just trying to make things better for yourself, why don't you do something different? Why don't you go and make things right? Do a proper apology. Meet people at where they are instead of trying to always have them bend to your whim. I said, ooh, he's telling his father today? Okay. And Elise invited Bonnie over. Bonnie wanted to do a U-turn as soon as she saw Nate. She had that look of, what is he doing here? And Elise said, hold on, what's going on? We're he's working with me on this case. We are going hard. Even with less resources, we're going to do whatever we need to do to go after the governor. Now, Bonnie said, why do you think we can trust Nate? Why are you working with Nate? Most importantly, if you think you can trust Nate, why don't you tell him that you're drinking again? Why don't you tell him that you're drinking again? Because you know how he'll react. You know how he'll react. That's why you're not going to tell him. That's why you're not going to do it. That's why. I said, Bonnie, be quiet. Be quiet. How about that? Gets on my nerves. So then Bonnie rushes out there, tells Nate, you know she's drinking again, right? And Nate gave Annalise that look of. But he can't really focus on that right now. It's about his father. So instead of being the good friend that he normally is and more emotionally supportive of Annalise, he had to go and focus on Dad. Connor and Oliver were in the bed, and they were saying how much they love each other and how much they think of each other with the sheets over them, and it was supposed to be nice and comforting and cute and adorable, and I was like, oh, these two, ugh. Both of them together irritate me, and I don't know why. Individually, I can deal with them individually. Actually, I can deal with Connor more than Oliver individually, because Oliver's just so whiny sometimes. Like, shut up! But anyway, cállate la boca. Anyway, Michaela comes in while they're probably about to get busy because Michaela needs Oliver to go and do something for her. Actually, do something for Nate. Why don't you go and look into this warden, because there's just something off. There's some collusion mess going on. That's when Connor, he gets Asher to tell him where Annalise lives. And you know this is the last thing that Annalise wants. She does not want them to know where she lives. Why would she want them to do that? He's actually wants to invite her to his wedding. And she says she doesn't want to go. It's okay. She'll send a beautiful arrangement, but she doesn't want to go. And the reason why she doesn't want to go is because she doesn't like weddings. To be fair, she didn't even have her own wedding. And then Annalise, you can tell that she's off. She let slip that, oh yeah, she was actually the side piece. She was the side piece in her relationship. And that's why she couldn't have a big wedding, because he was saying, I didn't know Sam long, but he seemed like a grand person. He's like, yeah, he would be grand if we were out in the open, but we weren't. So we had to be in the shadows. Had to be in the shadows. And Connor just said, come on. Do this for me. Just be happy for once. I mean, you know me. And if I was Annalise, I wouldn't have wanted to go either. But hey. Michaela does some digging, and she finds out that there was a call made in, right before everything transpired with Nate's daddy and his death and whatnot. And that call came from somewhere. She doesn't know, she can't track the number herself, but maybe he can use his connections. Now we find out that Nate actually quit his job, so he doesn't even work for the DA office anymore. But he does have a connection that he can use to get things going, which is fine. Cool. Bonnie's going to go to the wedding. She's going to pretend to have a nice time. She's supposedly supposed to be going with Miller. Unfortunately for her, it's still this cat and mouse game that they play of, what are we going to do with Gabriel? He's a thorn in the side. He was the one, I think that's who the one is. His name is Gabriel. That's who the number was attached to. He's still calling, and they don't know what to do. About telling Annalise, it's just too much. Frank, it's a cat and game thing, because Frank wants to tell Annalise, but he doesn't want to tell Annalise. And it's just kind of thing of, can't she just be happy? Anyway, that's when we have Bonnie. She talks to Miller, and Annalise wanted Bonnie to convince Miller to get some information, to run some numbers. Unfortunately, Miller gets irritated because he feels like, wait a minute, am I in a three-way relationship with Annalise Keating and you? That's not the deal. This is a one-on-one type of situation. And then he goes and starts talking about how Annalise takes advantage of her, and she just accepts it at this point, and it's not right, it is not fair, and why would you do that to yourself? And you're supposed to choose you. I'm not saying for you to choose me. choose her. You're supposed to choose you. And she gets upset. And do I want to jump ahead? She actually tells him to get out, so he can't come to the wedding. So keep that in mind. He shows up, but we're wondering why is he there. Connor's starting to freak out. It's the wedding day. He's starting to freak out. And Michaela's there. She's doing everything she can to reassure him that everything will go well. She even sees her date, Gabriel. Great. Michaela's dress was down because she's been so preoccupied handling everything else. The dress looked great on her. And so then Asher has her back, zips up the dress and says, oh, you know what? I'm happy for you. What? I just wish I didn't have to hear through the, through the wall about you and your relationship with Gabriel. She said, what? Yes! He heard. Apparently they only made out, but still. They have to walk down the aisle together, which is the funniest thing. Now, everyone is there, and when I say everyone, even Annalise shows up. And Connor's there, and they go through their vows. Oliver's vows were pretty regular, but Connor was talking about how much he loves Oliver, how much he... I said, oh gosh, I don't care. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't. And once we get through that, we eventually transition to, oh gosh, the vows took so long. But it was nice. I mean, if I had more feelings, I would have felt something. But it was touching Annalise because he was saying how, Connor was saying how Oliver's the one. He loves him so much. The wind beneath his wings. Annalise couldn't take it. And I said, me either. She got up, ran to the bathroom, but then she drank. She had a flask in her purse, and she drank the whole I said, oh no. Go. Actually, she probably drank half of it. Go. Because it's just bringing up feelings that she can't deal with right now. And they exchange the rings. They get married. It's cool. Annalise is now drunk at the reception. And so she has a smile on her face. She meets Connor's parents. She likes the mom, but the dad is, the dad is a lawyer as well. And so Annalise is just like, you know what? I'm going to go over there and find something that I'm actually interested in. Connor's mom's like, oh my God, I love her. I love her. Bonnie was stressed. But nothing happened yet because Laurel still had her baby. Bonnie's talking about how here's what I guess is going to happen, right? Gabriel's going to go to the bathroom and Frank's going to kill him before. I said, what? Bonnie just couldn't take it because she has other things to worry about. She doesn't care about all that stuff. Now, Nate does go and find something of Gabriel's. Speaking of Gabriel actually finds Annalise. And I said, why is he was trying to find her. Why is he doing that? And I just knew something was off and something was wrong. So though Annalise is drinking, she was trying to hide it, but he said, oh, I could smell that. Is that tequila? Oh, it's strong. I was like, if you need help, it's okay. It's okay. It's like his mother, she was dealing with, drinking, substance abuse as well. So I said, did she get better or did she die? Because with this show, you never know. What we do know is there's this weird moment. She kind of touched him and it reminded me of the way how she would touch Wes whenever she was like drunk. And it's kind of this mix of sexual slash, like because it's Annalise, we don't know how to take it. Maybe it's either, it feels like a combination of sexual slash just concern and kind of like, woo, it's okay. It's okay. It's just she kind of gives that, and we're like, wait, what? This is conflicting. Like, are you going to kiss him? What are you doing? But then she goes out and she's dancing. She's having a great time. Nate and Bonnie said, oh, she's drunk. She's drunk. Michaela goes and spills the beans that, oh, so did you tell Bonnie about the thing? Nate gets a call about a payphone and the person who called the warden to go and get this whole thing set up. They use the payphone. In his email, it'll have the name of the person who did it. I'm thinking, oh no, this is the last thing we need. The last thing we need is for him to find that out, because Nate, psychologically, we've seen what his father is capable of. Anyway, Oliver's dancing with his mom, and in comes Connor's father. Starts dancing, and Connor's father just gives off creep. There's some people that naturally give that off, and Connor's father's one of those people. Now, he's apologizing, and he's saying, honestly, Oliver, it is not you. You're not the issue. I don't think little of you. It's nothing like that. My problem is that Connor is a lot to handle. And I'm sure you've seen his wild side. I just want to make sure that you're able to handle him. All of him. Not just the nice parts. Because there's other things. And then Oliver gets that look of, I said, Oliver, you already married him. It's too late. It's too late, dude. It's too late. Oliver gets a call from his father, and so then Oliver dips out. And Connor just has this look of, oh no. Now, Laurel gave her baby over to, what do you call it? To Oliver's mother, which I'm thinking, okay, you didn't know her long, but he's decent enough. So, all right, hold the baby for a couple of minutes, whatever. And we just see Bonnie look a mess. And then Bonnie is giving the baby because Oliver's mom wants to dance. She wants to dance, and Lisa's still dancing, but that's when she sees Sourpuss Frank. Sourpuss Frank comes and delivers the bad news, but we don't hear it at the time. We just no. We finally do hear it. Sorry. We finally do hear it. We finally see it. Gabriel Maddox, who was born in 1994, said, okay, he could be around the age of those other kids. I mean, it's law school, so they're not super young. Because he would be younger than me, actually. But he would be at least 24. But Gabriel, son of, what was it, Vivian Maddox and Sam Keating? Annalise couldn't take it. That's why she ran out of there. That's why she slapped Frank. It was like, so you had this kid around me the entire time? And now we see Bonnie looking at Miller bloodied and bruised. We don't know why, though. We just see the baby sitting in the snow and Bonnie covering Miller's mouth, looking like she's going to kill him. Again, we still don't know why at this time. Now we do the flashback to see what happened. Because we see, like I told you, Miller kept talking, and he even brought up Denver at some point. And again, all of this is just triggering Bonnie. So Bonnie did not want Miller around. Then she sees flashbacks of things that Nate said. There was someone who made a call. There's someone who did this. There's someone who did that. It was too much for her. So then she realized, oh, I can't trust you. And that's when she told him to leave. Michaela went and told Bonnie, maybe that's something you need to ask Nate, as far as what's going on. What information do you have? Miller sent a text to Bonnie, so Bonnie came outside, and he wanted to apologize, but he also wanted to make it clear, hey, I still said what I said. All right, hold on. Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back. Yeah, Bonnie, her in her mind, she's just losing it because she's trying to figure out, dude, what did you do? What did you do? You really thought that you could come, say what you wanted to say about Annalise, about me, your involvement with all of this, because it seems very shady, and think that I wouldn't think twice about it? And I felt bad for Miller, because I said, dang it, Miller might actually be a good guy. He was gonna go and propose to Bonnie, and there's just something about Miller that makes me feel like he's being set up. The fact that he was on a payphone in broad daylight, because Nate had the photo in broad daylight, Asher reached out to Bonnie and said, wait a minute, you said Miller wasn't coming, but why was Miller and Nate talking outside? And that's when Bonnie said, oh, that doesn't sound good. Now Nate's yelling at Miller. How dare you? I worked with you. We did this, we did that. And you set me up. You set my father up to be killed. How dare you? I hate you. And Miller's like, what are you talking about? See, there was a call made to the warden. This was all set up. And it was by you. Why would you do it? Why would you take my father out? Why was it because of Annalise? Was it because of the case? Was it to get revenge for Denver? What was it? He goes, boosh. I said, oh my God. When I tell you Miller flew back, Miller flew back. He flew back, and Nate just was wailing to the point where blood was gushing out. Blood was gushing out of Miller's mouth, and I said, oh my gosh. It was just, you saw it. I said, oh my God. So now Bonnie, which I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, is that shoe a half size bigger than what she normally wears? Because aside from the snow, it looks a little wobbly. And it's not just because of the snow. Oh, Bonnie Winterbottom, wearing those heels in that snow, placed that child in the snow. I said, oh Lord, Bonnie, this is parenting 101, the do's and don'ts. Now the baby's like, can't move, and it's cold. My tushy cold. Bonnie sees Miller. Miller's still alive, but Bonnie also sees Nate. And Nate's just rattling. He's like, it's him. Bonnie, it's him. It's him. He made the call. He killed my father. He killed the... Bonnie, he killed my father. He made the call. Nate's delirious. That mental break, it runs in the family because Nate had it too. You see blood all over him. And he just said, look at the phone, Bonnie. Bonnie, look at the phone. He made the call. It was him. It was him. Bonnie looks. She looks hurt, disappointed. Does she? Does she? I'm looking at Bonnie like, where's the emotion, Bonnie? Where's the emotion, Miss Winterbottom? Where is the emotion? Because I don't see it. And because I don't see it, I don't believe it. And because I don't believe it, she's crying because I do think she loves Miller. But I'm sorry. She was the one that actually killed Miller. She put her hands over his face and suffocated him. I think Bonnie is covering this up. I think it's either really is the governor and both of them were duped. The fact that Bonnie helped Nate, this is throwing me off. That's the whole thing. That's why I feel like maybe it was Bonnie. Maybe Bonnie wanted to get revenge on Nate, and then she realized, oh gosh, what did I actually do, and had to cover it up and had to sacrifice the love of her life in order to do it. It's just one or the other. I'm really hoping that it's the governor so that we can destroy her and that entire office. Take all of it down. All of it. Or, Bonnie, Nate's super strong. She didn't want any of that. She wasn't going to have any of that. So now, she went, killed him. We see why the blood was all over her. Oliver was okay the entire time. He was just setting up because he wanted to do a musical tribute to his husband because his father told him to make a grand gesture. Apparently his father is really nice and really understanding and always loved him. He just works a lot overseas. I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of random, but let's roll with it. That's when Connor sees his mother getting some enjoyment from Asher's mouth. I said, ew. I said, this is nasty. They're nasty. They're nasty. But we go back inside, and there goes Oliver. What would I do with your mouth? I'm not getting hit with no copyright. Got my head spinning. No, yours get very low. My hair's under water. Why do I sound like Cher? Yeah, we see Bonnie thinking about, her having to kill her man. And then that's when she told Nate, look, go. Take him. Take the body. Take his car. And go. Go now. Jesus. And she took the baby back inside. Now Bonnie's trying to act like everything is cool and copacetic even though she's crying. I said, Bonnie, really? Now we see Annalise. She stumbles home and she couldn't find her keys. And so then she used her spare key to get in. All while Oliver is still serenading the group. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. Now, Oliver's singing style was, my head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. All me, love, all you. He cut the notes short. He's like, I'm in my pocket right now. Underwater. I need some water. Anyway, Annalise, she just broke down when she got in her house. She was just like, it's too much. They're really trying to kill her. Each season they're trying to kill her. And then she hears something like, who is it? I have a gun. Walk, walk, walk. In comes Gabriel Maddox. And I'm looking at Annalise like, duh. And he said, you know, you dropped your keys. So I came to check on you. I said, you broke into her house and you hid until she got there. And that's when, of course, we know that Annalise knows. And then the very end, he's like, I'm here to help. I said, wait, what? You here to do what? Annalise looks terrified. So am I. Especially when she keeps looking at Gabriel, realizing that's Sam's son. And then they flip it. They turn the camera around. Next thing we know, we see Sam. I was done. Sam is dead, by the way. That's not the issue. It's just I was done. That's it. That's how I get away with murder. Please watch my videos for, the whole Gabriel Maddox backstory or my hypotheses, as well as who's really the killer and who isn't, even though I just kind of said the same thing here. Thank you.